All right, let's get into Wild Card Weekend, man. Let's start Chargers, Texans.
Yep.
Saturday kickoff, 4:30 in the afternoon. Texans at home. Houston won their division.
Yeah.
And they're a 3-point dog at home.
Well, you understand.
Which I agree.
Yes.
Yes.
You understand.
That offensive line stinks.
Yeah.
And they're going to go against a good pass rush, a Jim Harbaugh-led team, plays tough, takes care of the football, just plays smart, executes well. Their secondary's banged up too. Jalen Petrie and Jimmy Ward both out in this playoff matchup. They have Derek Stingley, who likely matches up with Ladd McConkey. But they play a lot of zone because of their injuries. C.J. Stroud has struggled mightily against zone. And this is a team, Trav, the Texans were attached to Super Bowl expectations, which I just couldn't buy into it.
I did. If you remember, you told me.
They're so ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
And they're not reaching that, not because of C.J. Stroud. That offensive line has stunk, he looks so uncomfortable. I really like the Chargers in this one. The 3 is tough. If you were to bet on this, I would lean.
3 is tough?
I'd lean more towards the under.
Okay. All right.
I still have my worries taking a lot of sacks. Herbert does, but I just like Chargers in this
Boy,
one.
we see this one differently, but I'm going to give you props because you
hold on.
warned me.
Real quick.
You
I
warned
was not
me.
with you. I was not with you.
You weren't. I was on the
Texans. The
Texans.
Chargers are going to blow out who is what you said. They beat the Patriots 40-70.
Oh, yeah, but I'm saying from the Texan standpoint, you told me. I've been on them all year.
Yeah.
I said this could be a sleeper Super Bowl team, blah, blah, blah. I want to give them props first, okay? And we talk about this.
They're ahead of schedule.
They are, but it's because of, which is what I keep saying about the Patriots, when you have the right head coach and quarterback combo in this league, you could do great things. D'Amico Ryan, C.J. Stroud, they work. Chef's kiss, they'll be fine. Bright future. Kudos to the Texans for taking big shots in the offseason. Joe Mixon, right? Diggs from Buffalo. Kudos to you for going for it. You won your stupid, ugly division that stinks. Good for you. You get a home playoff game. With all that being said, you're about to get smoked by the Chargers. This Chargers team is dangerous. I think they win this game. I have no problem with the 3. I'd lay a touchdown, okay? They're going to beat the hell out of the Texans in their building. And then Patrick Mahomes is going to lose some sleep. Justin Herbert always plays him tight, even though they beat the Chargers. Justin Herbert and Harbaugh. What did I just talk about? Head coach, quarterback combo, coming to Arrowhead, watch out. I'm just telling you. I think this Chargers team is dangerous. They could go on a run here.
Steelers-Ravens. The nightcap on Saturday. 8 o'clock kickoff. This one in Baltimore.
Don't overthink it, right?
Baltimore.
Yeah. Listen.
And I'm laying the points.
It could. Okay.
9.5 is
Let's
absurd
have this.
in this matchup.
Yes.
Because let's have this conversation.
Let's have this conversation.
You want to have this conversation?
You're laying the points?
You want to have this conversation?
I'll take the Steelers and the points. I will. You know why? I just think Zay Flowers being out, Lamar gets kind of tight in these playoffs. We've seen it, George. Don't act like we haven't seen it. He gets tight in the playoffs. He gets a little bit he's not quite there. So, what's that tell you? They brought in Derrick Henry. A lot of carries for Derrick Henry. I'm sure Lamar will be running the ball.
Yeah.
I just think Pittsburgh smash mouth defense, rivalry, playoff game. Tomlin's going to have them ready to play. I think the Steelers cover, but I like the Ravens to win the game. That's all.
I can't get over the Steelers losing 4 games in a row. I just can't get that out of my mind.
They fell apart.
And when you think of these matchups, what blew my mind about the right before Christmas matchup, Baltimore won 34-17. Bro, you had to go back to 2021 for a game when either team broke 20.
Gee.
And this Pittsburgh offense is 31st in the league, EPA per play, the last month. Baltimore's defense first in EPA per play. Expected points added per play. So literally every time they snap the ball, are you getting more than what you're expected, what the play went? Baltimore's not giving an inch, while Steelers are giving up a ton, right? They're leaving a lot of yards, just success and efficiency on the table. Yes, Zay Flowers is out for the game, but the heavier personnel is not the worst thing for this Baltimore offense. Pittsburgh's built to stop the pass. They're built to pass rush. TJ Watt's great, Cam Hayward's great, but when you get to like the Nick Herbigs of this pass rush, like those are lighter guys, not as big, sand in the pants, more built to pass rush. You go bigger personnel when you have a Mark Andrews, and I know Isaiah Likely is just a big receiver, But bigger bodies on the field with Derrick Henry, I think it spells trouble for Pittsburgh. And how good this Baltimore defense has been, I don't think Steelers get it right. Like, Russell Wilson hit a wall, man.
You think we could see Fields in this game?
No.
Maybe next year.
Because that's so far gone. Doesn't take care of the football that well.
Yeah.
Doesn't throw inside the numbers. Like, I think there's such a limit to him. I think, and Mike Tomlin being Mike Tomlin, he's going down with the ship, going down with his captain, Russell Wilson.
Okay, so you're taking Ravens blowout. I'll take the Steelers in a closer game than we think, but I'll take the Ravens to win.
If you could get it under 10, I like that number.
Okay.
All right, here's your boy now.
Bo, listen.
Sunday, 1 p.m.
I know.
Bo at Buffalo.
You know what, bro? I'm not even going to lie. I argue with you all year about some damn Bo Nix and telling you to put some respect on his name, and then I'm going to be so disrespectful to this kid. I just wish it was Joe Burrow. I don't even want to see Bo. I wish the Bengals had figured it out and got the hell in here so I could get some Burrow. Bo Nix is going to get his ass whooped. That's it. I'll be fast. Bills by 1,000. Thanks for playing. I mean, the future's bright in Denver, but we know what's about to happen.
This game's intriguing because Bo Nix being, I always talk about it, his anemic air yards per attempt, throws it underneath, got a little pea shooter for an arm. No, he can throw it deep, but he doesn't. The Bills' defense has had trouble with that all year. And if you keep passing it short, keep running the ball, eats up the clock, slowly move downfield. Gabe stays close.
You think?
His Broncos defense is elite.
Oh.
It's one of the best in the league.
Is this a gambling opportunity?
They play heavy man. They blitz a lot. But Josh Allen's terrific against man in the blitz. 22 of his 28 passing touchdowns are against man defense. Bills are going to blow him out. Beat him.
Why'd you do all that to do that?
Dude, it's in Buffalo. Highmark Stadium. Your postseason debut for Bo Nix.
You just built up the case for the Broncos, and then you hit me with the okie doke.
I'm a jerk.
Lord have mercy.
I'm a jerk. I love the Bills in this game.
Me too. By 1,000.
What am I at right now? So I'm laying the points.
You're laying the points
I'm going
for the
under, laying the points for the Ravens, laying the points for the Bills.
Yep.
Packers Eagles. This one's intriguing.
I'm
4.5
interested.
point spread.
Yeah.
You can get it 5 in some books.
I'm interested in your
money's coming
take.
in on the Eagles.
Well, you've been Mr. Packer all year, and then eventually you roped me into it, and then I didn't see enough from Jordan Love. I'm just to be honest with you.
Fire.
I like the roster. I like Jordan Love, but I don't see enough fight in him. I don't see enough dog in him. Mm-hmm. I think Eagles by 1,000 here.
Yeah.
But as Mr. Packer himself, I am interested to see what you think of this game.
I think it's going to be a defensive matchup. So
Okay.
the Eagles they rank second in the NFL in plays of 40-plus yards.
Okay.
The Packers literally do not let that happen. They never do. It happened week 1, their matchup in Brazil, which I'm not going to give any weight.
No.
And then from that point on, though, half of these defenses we're not doing any of this.
Right.
Jair Alexander matching up with A.J. Brown is big time. Packers got a good defensive line. Both teams since week 14, top 5 in run defenses according to EPA.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you got Josh Jacobs. All right, you got Saquon Barkley. The Eagles take care of the ball. I think to me that's the biggest thing. What gets me, though, is what do we see from Vic Fangio? Because his defense has been great since Cooper DeJean got on the field. They rush forward. They don't blitz. They don't need to. Jordan Love is awful when being blitzed. Awful, and he makes his worst mistakes. I think we could see the wrinkle of a Vic Fangio. And this is where you go to. Do you dance with who brought you here? Or do you change it up and come blitz heavy? Something maybe Jordan Love's not expecting. I just go under on this one. You have Matt LaFleur against Vic Fangio. You have 2 really good defenses that are good against the run. I think the Eagles eventually tire out the Packers zone. They can break it open. I don't love it at 5. Maybe I'll take it. It's better than a 6,
But you like the under more.
4.5. I just like the under in this one.
Okay, listen.
The Eagles are going to win. I like the Eagles to come out of the NFC. Let me get that right.
Oh, you have said that.
But I think this is a 21-17 final Eagles.
That's a really good game, actually. Listen, I'll be honest. Outside of the Steelers catching all those points, I am laying points, Larry, for every other. I'm laying points for the Chargers. I'm laying points for the Bills, the Eagles here. I think this game's a blowout, too. I don't think we're going to get really great games on Wild Card Weekend.
I don't think so either. Well,
the next one will be. I think the next game's going to be
Commanders Bucks.
Yeah, I think so.
Over. Shootout.
Shootout.
Secondaries are banged up.
Okay.
Dan Quinn's defense is always good. Like, they'll force Baker to hold the ball longer than he should.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know who's going to be there for Tampa. I don't know who's going to be there for Washington. Washington's defense is bad as is.
Yeah.
You got two gamers at quarterback.
Bro.
I'm just going over on this one. I think this game hits the 60s, 34-31 final.
All right, well,
Commanders.
Okay. I was going to say, someone's got to play a side here, and I'll go Bucks.
I got to make a pick.
I'll go Bucks. I'm taking the Bucks here. I just think they're such a cohesive unit.
Yep.
Jaden Daniels is good enough to where he can single-handedly take over a game.
Yep.
So, obviously, if he gets hot, there's no rookie jitters for his first playoff game. It could be a problem for the Bucks. But I like the groove they're in. We talked about how they celebrated Mike Evans getting some money. Mm-hmm. And then they won that stupid, ugly division of theirs, too. So, I just think this is a cohesive unit. Baker Mayfield, we know, as George said, gamer, chip on his shoulder, and then a Super Bowl winning coach in Todd Bowles. I like the Bucks here.
Last time they met, the final was 37-20. Tampa won. But I think it's going to be a shootout this time around.
Washington will put up more points for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Banged up secondaries.